Nassau County employees are facing a wage freeze. This comes after a state oversight board declared a fiscal emergency in the wealthy Long Island community. The Nassau County Interim Finance Authority voted unanimously yesterday to freeze wages for all 9,000 county employees after reviewing the revised budget submitted by County Executive Edward Mangano. John Caligari is a reporter with the Long Island Business News and was at the hearing. Good morning, John.
Good morning.
Listen, why did the Oversight Board take this step and declare a fiscal emergency in Nassau County?
Well, it was actually part of the county executive's budget cuts that he submitted last week. This was one of the measures that he actually asked them to implement. He submitted $121 million in budget cuts, and this would account for roughly $10 million in savings.
So give us a bit of background of how Nassau County got to this point. The State Oversight Board says the county has a $176 million deficit. How big of a financial mess is the county really in?
It's pretty significant. It goes back quite a ways. Nobody actually knows where it actually came from. But there's about, it's in the billions what the actual deficit is. It's a $176 million deficit, and right now nobody knows how they're going to get out of this.
And what are the next steps then for coming up with some sort of a balanced budget?
Well, like I said, the county executive submitted a list of budget cuts that he was looking to implement last week. NYFA reviewed those yesterday, and they determined that they were not adequate for closing the budget hole. So now NYFA is going to go back and work with the county, they said, and try to come up with some ulterior ways to close the budget.
As part of a solution to fix the debt in Nassau County, are bigger cuts coming or maybe higher property taxes? I mean, what are the choices really?
That's really the only two choices, more cuts or higher property taxes, although the Mangano administration has said that they are totally against any type of property tax increase. Any tax increase would probably be about 21.5%, and Nassau taxpayers are already way overburdened, so they don't really want to do that.
Is there any talk of maybe trying to consolidate services? I know in New Jersey, that's one of the solutions that they're trying to bring property taxes down and try to get the costs under control. Is that in the conversation in Nassau County?
That has been, announced a little bit. For example, they want to restructure the police department, maybe close down one of the precincts and try to spread it around a little bit, reduce contractual expenses, privatize the Long Island bus service. So it has been talked about, but it's not necessarily going to happen yet since those ideas were kind of rejected by NYFA.
And how are the unions that represent county employees reacting to all of this? I mean, a wage freeze is probably not very popular with them.
No, not so much. They were at the NYFA meeting yesterday as well, and despite being relatively calm, they did mention that they were going to pursue legal action in a court to try to reverse the decision.
All right. Well, thank you so much, John.
All right. Thank you very much.
John Caligari is a reporter with Long Island Business News. You're listening to Morning Edition on WNYC.